I'm a city boy, born and bred. But for my next adventure, I'm heading into the countryside of northern England. Looks pretty desolate, doesn't it? This heather-covered land spreading in every direction. My journey is taking me from the west coast of Cumbria, nearly 200 miles east, to Robin Hood's Bay on the North Yorkshire coast. Oh, there he is! Oh man, that was so good! As I cross this spectacular countryside, it's such a beautiful landscape. It's almost manicured. I'm meeting the people who live and work here.
There you go, you're a natural.
I was born for this. Any more fares? Look at this down here. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Wow! Ooh. This week, the cows that come running when you call.
Oh, oh, come on!
Look at the little ones.
Yeah, come on, girls.
I make a brewer hopping mad.
Shut the Volvo.
Oh, I can't do it anymore. Oh my God, I panicked. And I hatch my own gunpowder plot. The atmosphere's changed, hasn't it?
It does. It's very nerve-wracking, this part.
With explosive results.
It worked anyways.
This is it. This is where it all begins, St Bees Beach. St Bees is just about the most westerly point in England. You've got Scotland about 40 miles in that direction, Ireland about 70 miles over there, London way over there, but I'm heading off east towards Robin Hood's Bay, which is about 200 miles away. This is the start of my coast-to-coast adventure. Oh, but first, a little ritual. There's this tradition, and nobody knows where it comes from, certainly I don't, which is that before you set off on this walk, you have to dip your toe into the sea, which is a bit of a pain for me, because as you see, I've got lace-up boots on, but here it goes anyway. I think that's enough. Now, believe it or not, there's another half to this exercise. Please stay with me on this one. You're supposed to find a pebble in the sand, which you carry with you all the way to Robin Hood's Bay, and you drop it on the beach when you get there. At nearly 200 miles long, the coast-to-coast route straddles the north of England, crossing the Lake District, Yorkshire Dales and North Yorkshire Moors. For the first part of my journey, I'm starting in the seaside village of St Bees, heading east towards the Lake District, ending at one of the highest points in Cumbria, the Honister Pass. Before I start my journey, though, I'm heading into the centre of St Bees to find out how this village got its name. Weird name, isn't it? I bet most of you haven't heard of St Bees before. So who was St Bee? Well, Bee is a corruption of the name Bega, and Bega was an Irish princess who, around about 850 AD, fled Ireland in order to escape from the threat of a forced marriage to a Viking, and indeed, who can blame her? And she sailed single-handedly across the Irish Sea and landed here and became a sort of saintly hermit. So St Bees has been a holy place for a very long time. And holy places tend to stay holy places. It's what inspired the Normans to build this whopper of a church in the 12th century. And most of it survives today. This is a very, very old church. They reckon probably the oldest part is this stone here, which dates from round about 1100. That's less than 50 years after William the Conqueror came. And it's a knight. Can you see the knight's head at the top with the sword? And underneath this huge monster, it's St. Michael fighting the dragon. And below it is what they call a coffin stone, where the pallbearers had a little rest when it got too heavy. But here is a magnificent arch from about 1150 with these ugly little faces all the way around it. Come inside. This is what's so weird about it. St Bees has got a population of just 1,800, but look at the scale of the church. And it's still in incredibly good nick. Whenever I see a colossal church in a little place, I know there's a story behind it. I wonder what this one is. Waiting to see me outside are lay preachers Chris and Charm Robson, two fascinating people, both retired teachers, still marathon running in their 70s and passionate about their church. I think the first thing I noticed when I came to St Bees was you've got this tiny little village and this absolutely colossal church.
Well, yes, it looks like a cathedral, doesn't it? You go inside, it's enormous.
Chris told me the reason that it's still in good nick now was because in the 19th century, the Church of England needed lots more vicars, and at the time they only had two places to send them, Oxford and Cambridge. So they needed another centre for theological training, and they picked St Bees. Since it closed, though, finances have been a bit of a struggle.
Look in the visitors' book, you'd be surprised, in fact, at the number of different nationalities, because they are cross-England walkers, and they come to visit the Priory, I hope, always, to be the start of the walk. And then, in fact, they can kick off the next day.
Well, you're the start of my walk.
Well, what we want every walker to do is put at least £5 into the box.
I wish I hadn't said that. I've only been in the area a few hours, and already I'm convinced there are thousands of stories around here waiting to be discovered. It's time to get going. I'm not the first person to walk through this landscape, not by a long chalk. The man who created the route was obsessive walker and 80s TV personality Alfred Wainwright. His quirkily illustrated books continued to be used by many walkers today. His funny little statue is just down the road, so maybe I'll pay homage to him before I start my journey in earnest. This is the author Alfred Wainwright, famous for his beautifully illustrated travel guides to the Lake District, culminating in one about walking from coast to coast. Although he wasn't that interested in just going from A to B down some designated pathway, he encouraged people to go off-route, to pursue their own interests, to create their own tracks, which is actually what I'm doing. So I think he'd have approved. I've set out to cross England from west to east, starting in Cumbria. I've been on the flat at the coast and am now heading inland towards the lakes. But first I'm going to pick up some lunch. This looks promising. There is a rather nice smell here.
Oh, yeah?
Hello. I was just saying, it's gorgeous, the smell coming off of these pies. Hang on, what's this? Haggis Scotch egg. Classic Cumberland Scotch egg, smoky bacon Scotch egg.
Yeah, that's just a couple. We do over 40. Some of them are seasonal.
40?
Yeah.
What sort of things do you do?
Well, the popular at the moment is your Mediterranean. You've got feta and Kalamata olive.
Feta and olive, that's swanky.
Yeah.
Can I have a go?
If you're up for it, we can
certainly
do
am.
that. Yeah? Come on, have a go.
Chef John Cameron is going to show me how to make the perfect Scotch egg. And it looks like serious stuff, as I have to wear chef's whites.
Right, this is already a seasoned sausage meat.
Yep.
We need to chop up some feta and some olives.
Sounds like Scotch eggs have come a long way since the last time I tried one. Why are you doing this?
Well, a Scotch egg isn't just your basic bottom-of-the-shelf supermarket snack.
Yeah.
A Scotch egg is something to be enjoyed and respected because it is a great British snack. Posh London grocers Fortnum and Mason in Piccadilly claim to have invented the Scotch egg in the 18th century.
Back then, Piccadilly was full of coaching inns from where many landowners would start their journey to their country estates and needed some sustenance.
Tell me if these squares are all right.
Yeah, they're fine. We need all of that you've got there.
What, this whole block?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
God, I'll be here all day.
Well, if you chop a bit faster, we won't be.
Do you make these recipes up yourself?
Yeah, it's...
Have you ever made some and put them out and people have gone, oh, this is disgusting?
I've tried some seafood ones. We had this idea of scooping out the yolk and then making a smoked salmon cream to go inside. But as you bit into it, it would burst and all the juice would just sort of fly out.
When you're going down the high street. Whoa, salmon mousse.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of disasters.
Olives and feta prepared, they're ready to add into the locally sourced sausage meat. And it's an exercise in precision.
So now what we're going to do is we need to weigh these into 100-gram balls.
100 grams each time, yeah.
Each time. You've got to feel for it.
Oh, 10 out. Oh, I thought I was going to do it then. Bing, bong, bong. There we go.
OK, so try again, see whether you get the 100. Yeah, hey, there you go. See?
Now for the stars of the show. These eggs have come from just up the road, and John's boiled them for 15 minutes exactly to give a firm yolk.
How do you get that into that, John?
Right, well, it's not magic, but it is exact.
There's clearly more to this than I anticipated. Taking the meatball in one hand, John flattens the sausage with the other.
So you kind of get a nest. If you think of the egg in the bird's nest.
In a little nest.
What we do now, straight into the middle. Bring that meat up around the egg.
It's easier said than done. But I'm a fast learner, and in no time at all, we've a full batch ready. From here, we do a classic three-step dip. Flour, egg, and breadcrumbs to finish them off.
If we just lower them in.
Into the fryer for 10 minutes until they're golden brown. And just look at the results. Beautiful.
Right, so here we go then.
Thank you.
OK, so just have a taste and see what you think.
Hot?
It's hot, yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
The olives give it an additional kind of little salty tang.
Yeah,
That make
and you've got the feta cheese.
Yeah.
I'm well impressed. I'm going to nick another one for later.
Look at that. Scotch egg, reinvented for today's connoisseur. It's brilliant, isn't it? This is the perfect transportable snack.
But first, a bit of legwork. I'm about to climb my first fell of the journey. 5 miles inland is Dent Hill. And while it's no Everest, at just over 350 metres above sea level, it feels steep enough to me. But I've been promised spectacular views from the top, so it better be worth the climb. It's harder than I thought, so I'm taking a breather. Looking back towards the coastline, I can see the 6 square kilometres of Sellafield. Nuclear power plants are controversial, but this place employs thousands of people. It's the largest employer in the lakes, and if you got rid of it, you'd need a lot of job training schemes to keep the place alive.
Whew. God, good, eh? Over there is the Isle of Man. There's the Stranraer Peninsula. There's the lakes where I'm going. And here is lunch.
On the other side of Dent Hill sits the gateway to my first national park.
I've left the coast behind and I'm now in the Lake District. That's Lake Ennerdale. 400 million years of time and weather have eroded the landscape and created these magnificent fells, the ancient woodlands, and that beautiful crystal clear water.
The Lake District has the highest rainfall in the UK, averaging 2,000 millimetres of rain every year. Lake Ennerdale is the most westerly of the lakes. It's also the most remote, being the only lake with no road running alongside it. This gives the whole valley a tranquility I've not experienced in a long time. The valley of Ennerdale has been home to an agricultural community since the Bronze Age. The steep landscape and wet conditions mean growing crops here isn't an option, so these fells and valleys have long been used for breeding livestock.
Now, on a beautiful day like today, you're probably thinking that farming this land is the best job in the world, but it does have its challenges, particularly if you're adopting a pioneering approach.
This whole valley is part of Wild Ennerdale, a project where landowners are working together to reverse some of the effects man has had on the valley over the last century and reinstate a wilder environment. I'm headed to Howside Farm to meet tenant farmer Richard Maxwell, whose method of farming works with the environment rather than against it.
Hey, Richard.
Morning, Tony.
How you doing, mate?
All right, mate, yeah, how are you?
All right, where are we going this morning?
Well, I was just going to set off up the valley to see the cows. Do you want to join me?
Yeah, I'd love to, yeah.
Jump in the pickup, we'll go.
OK. How long have you been farming?
Well, we've been here on Howside. We've been here for 18 years.
So what sort of farming is it that you do?
We breed cattle, we breed sheep. We fatten very few because our type of land isn't suitable really for fattening livestock, but it's very good land for breeding livestock.
This valley is dominated by swathes of pine trees, but they're not native to the Lake District. They were planted in the 1950s to provide both a timber supply and rural employment opportunities after the Second World War. For the last 10 years, the Wild Ennerdale project has been replenishing forests with the native broadleaf and deciduous trees which would once have carpeted this valley. As part of the same scheme, Richard introduced a herd of Galloway cows. These girls are free to roam and play an important part in rejuvenating the vegetation. Known as conservation grazing, livestock are used to manage the land while encouraging new growth of foliage.
How often do you have to feed them?
Well, it isn't a case of feeding them. This bit of food really is to make them come to me. It's a large area, so it's not for nutrition. It's a management tool, really.
A management tool in what sense? Just to make sure they're all fit?
Yeah, so I come to see them once or twice a week. I look over them, check they're healthy. We should be able to call them from here. Come on!
What did you say there?
I just say, ho, come on. And it's something they're used to, so they usually respond to.
They're really trotting. Look at the little ones.
Yeah, there's 4 young calves here. Come on, girls!
How far will these travel?
These fields, there's no fences on these fields, so they can get into the forest and they can travel up the valley for about approximately 4 miles. When you come, you never know where you're going to find them.
Yeah.
Come on, girls! Oh, oh, come on! See,
I made it move.
they're calling back to you. They're all pedigree and each one has a name. This is Belle.
Hello.
And because they've been such good cows, we'll give them a treat.
These Galloway cows were brought down from southwest Scotland, where weather conditions are similar to those here in the lakes.
When we introduced the cows, the idea was to have a cow that could stay outside on the land 12 months of the year. So we needed a rather smaller but hardy cow, something that could look after itself in the winter.
Why have you got cows here rather than sheep?
Cows eat differently to sheep. This valley has been historically grazed with sheep for hundreds of years. Whereas the cow will eat with its tongue, and it always leaves some of the grass behind. So it doesn't eat it right down to the soil. Whereas the sheep will eat with its front teeth, and it eats right down to the soil.
So the sheep sort of just nibble it like scissors all the way, whereas the cow spins its tongue around the...
And rips it up. That's right.
The other great thing about this is that the weight of these larger animals breaks up the ground underfoot, which helps seeds take hold and grow.
I've got quite fond of this one. It's prepared to be patted.
She's a bit of a pet, is Belle.
Will these end up as Sunday joints?
Eventually they will go into the food chain. Bull calves, they go into the food chain right away. The females are kept for breeding life, and then at the end of that breeding life they will go in the food chain.
How old's Belle?
Belle's 6-year-old.
And how much longer has she got?
8 to 10 years.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah. The great thing about the Galloway, it does live a long life. Yeah. And hopefully a happy life.
Coming up, I serve up a brew.
Here we go, Mark.
Nice pinny.
At a family-run firm producing craft ale for thirsty walkers.
9 gallon of our best beer inside the cask.
How many pints a gallon?
72 pints in old money.
I'm travelling the breadth of England from the west coast to the east coast, but I'm forging my own path, stepping off the beaten track to meet the people who live and work here. This travelling lark's thirsty work, so I've found the perfect place to spend the day. Just 3 miles from the shores of Lake Ennerdale, in the village of Rowrah, is a rural business success story. And I'm rolling up my sleeves to try my hand at brewing the perfect pint.
Would you please put these on now? It's a bit of health and safety in the brewery.
OK.
Barry Roberts started Ennerdale Brewery when his homebrew hobby outgrew the family garage.
How did you start it?
It was a passion between a colleague of mine who I work with, and we decided to build a brewery.
That's a pretty ambitious thing to do, isn't it?
It is an ambitious thing, and we went into it a little bit naive.
Yeah.
But
in what way were you naive?
Well, you need business plans, you need marketing plans, you need sales, you need lots and lots of things.
And you thought you were just going to brew a bit of beer?
And we thought we'd brew a beer and people would come in and buy it. But I'm afraid it's not as simple as that.
They've clearly figured it out, as they're now brewing twice a week, producing almost 300,000 pints a year.
Put that on there, please.
Oh, my God.
I did offer to help out today, but lugging 25 kilos of barley isn't quite what I expected.
Oh, you'd stuck it on my left because I need my right to...
Please keep hold of the handrail.
I'm not intending to let go.
This barley is called Maris Otter and was developed specifically for brewing by Cambridge University in the 60s.
Shall I give it to this bloke?
Yes, give it to Mark, our head brewer.
Hello, Mark.
Hi there.
Oh, you could have taken it from me at the bottom of the steps, you know. Oh!
We're brewing a blonde today, which is our most sort of popular beer.
So do we chuck this in now?
Yeah, we're going to chuck this in now.
I think I'll let you do that.
OK.
It's heavy work for a recipe with only 4 ingredients: barley, yeast, hops, and that all-important water.
Very lucky here in the Lake District. We've got brilliant water for brewing.
All the way up?
The first stage is to add the grain to 800 litres of warm, filtered spring water, the very same water which fills the lake in the valley. This is known as mashing and releases malt and the sugars, which will eventually ferment into alcohol.
Right, so that's the temperature now. What we're looking to do is get the mash bed at around 65 degrees. At 65 degrees, the starches in the malt then convert into fermentable sugars.
How long is this process going to take?
This process takes about 15 minutes to mash in, and then it gets left inside for 1 hour.
Shall I get you a cup of tea?
Sure.
How many sugars do you take?
2, please.
Right.
Putting a brew on in the tea shop next door is Barry's wife, Doreen.
Hello. Oh, Doreen.
Yeah?
Could I have a couple of cups of tea for the lads?
Yeah, of course, Kirsty. Could you get a couple of cups of tea? Do you want to come in and help me?
Help you? Oh, blimey. I just thought you'd have got enough started.
Just grab a penny. And if that's all right.
This is a wind-up this morning. So how many days a week do you work here?
I work here, supposed to be 28 hours, but I'm here every day. Because it's a family affair, I want it to work.
I bet the brewery dominates family life, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, before I was involved in it, I never saw much of my husband. And also, I see more of my girls now than I ever have done in the past. And it's absolutely brilliant. Now, I need to get my vegetables in now.
I need to take those teas back because the next stage of brewing is ready, yeah. Right, here we go. Here we go, Mark. 2 sugars?
Yes, thanks. Nice penny.
I forgot I'd got my pinny on. Thank you very much.
The malt mixture is now ready for another ingredient, and it's one you'd definitely expect: hops.
We get out first, yeah?
The use of hops in beer making became popular in Britain in the late 15th century, having been brought over from Belgium and Holland. Originally used as a preservative, they also give beer its bitter flavour.
Well, that's more than I thought they'd be.
The beer, once brewed, is put into casks.
We have 9 gallons of our best beer inside the cask.
How many pints a gallon?
72 pints in old money. Shut the valve off and...
I can't do it! Oh, my God.
Right.
I panicked.
The filled casks are left to settle for up to a week before heading off to pubs. I'm not done yet, though. There's some tidying up to do. The leftover barley grain needs to come out of the mash tub.
Still quite a bit of nutrients left in there. So what we do is we take that out, put it into the bins, then the farmer comes, takes it away, and then he uses it as animal feed.
So nothing's wasted.
So this is your initiation for today.
Yeah, it's quite satisfying. I smell it, isn't it? Whew. I think I deserve a beer. All right, I'm spot for choice, haven't I? So what should I choose? Darkest, raspberry or wild?
Seeing as though you brewed blonde today, I think you should start off with a blonde.
Yep.
It's quite a sweet beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pale. Just let that settle a bit.
Okay, right. So this is my one.
Cheers.
That's a really nice beer, actually.
Great. I'll pass on your comments.
It's not a bad pint. I could be here for some time.
God, what a difference a day makes. That big ball of sun that was dominating the sky all day yesterday has completely disappeared. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, there was thunder, lightning, the rain was tipping down, which made quite a mess of my hotel room because I'd left the windows open. Still, what can you expect? This is the Lake District. They've got to get their water from somewhere. Actually, I quite like this weather. It's very mild and it's rather invigorating.
At 1,200 feet above sea level, Honister Pass is one of the highest roads in Cumbria. And deep in the mountains that flank this dramatic route is England's last slate mine. It's believed that slate has been mined here since Roman times, but the first records are from the 1700s, showing a large quarry on this site employing hundreds of people. In the 1830s, the mine expanded into the mountain, carving out an underground network. Today, those 11 miles of tunnels are owned by local businessman Joe Weir. Over 100 tons of slate are blasted out of the rock face every year, and today I'm hoping to blast off a little bit more.
This is a block that I got out a couple of weeks ago now.
What do you reckon that weighs?
It's about 5 or 6 ton, I think, and it's too big. It's I have to reduce this now. I have to try and get it smaller so we can get it out.
How do you do that?
I have to find bait, what we call bait on it. I just have to chip a little bit off and see which way it cracks.
What's bait?
Bait is... you got my Cumbrian accent perfect there.
Only because I don't know how you spell it.
Bait is, it's which way it's laid, like a book, pages of a book. Slate is laid, and we have to find that. We can't make slates out of it. We don't find which way it's laid. And I can't break this big bit up if I don't find which way it's laid. So you got your glasses, have you? You put them on, and I'll see if I can crack a bit off. And that's bait. That's the line I'm wanting.
What happens next?
Well, hopefully it'll split from top to bottom and we'll be all singing and dancing and it's worth quite a lot of money then, yeah.
You say that as though that may not happen.
I don't think it will, no. Maybe it's intuition or whatever, I don't know, but...
You'll have a go for it?
We'll have a go, yes, definitely.
Come on then, let's see if it splits.
There's no point messing around when you're 1/4 of a mile underground, so Joe's bringing out the big guns to get the job underway, drilling pilot holes into the slate. He's putting metal wedges called plugs and feathers into the pilot holes. He's going to hammer them down to try and force the slate to fracture.
We don't have great expectations, but...
Whoa! Did you hear that?
I heard that different noise.
That's good. And I didn't expect that coming so fast. The crack's here, look, and it's following the right line, going straight between them two plugs and feathers. It's trickling along this way. In fact, it's better than I thought. I'm going to carry on. I'm getting excited myself now. I do. See, the sound is a big thing. You hear it changing and getting deeper and deeper, don't you? Once that sound stops, you know the cracks stop travelling.
Oh, that's good.
It is good. In fact, it's blooming brilliant.
Real drum sound, isn't it? Way! There it went.
Wow. Look at that, right to the end. That's brilliant.
That's magnificent.
That's made my day, that. Simple things make my day.
For Joe, this is a fragile business. Cheap imports from China have caused a dramatic decline in demand for British slate. Honister's been able to keep going by diversifying with a workshop and tourist centre.
Where does the money come from? Selling the slate or getting the people in?
There's good money in the slate. The slate brings good money. The tourists do as well. And everything goes in phases. I mean, wintertime, you maybe don't see a tourist. So that's when we focus on the slate more, maybe. I think manufacturing is fantastic. To turn this bit of rock into a kitchen or something like that, or roofing slate that goes onto somebody's house, I think that's a fantastic asset to have.
The next job is to extract another hunk of slate.
We're laughing and joking around, but the atmosphere's changed, isn't it?
And that means gunpowder.
The plugs practically blew out.
I'm at Honister Slate Mine in the Lake District, and I'm about to get my first taste of explosives.
How do you get a great big lump like this off that wall?
It's blasted off with gunpowder.
Real gunpowder? That sounds like a 500-year-old technology. Why do you use gunpowder?
It's softer on the slate. It's gentler.
There's more rock to blast in this cave, so it's time to get out of the way. 1/4 of a mile of cable is laid back through the tunnel, and Joe's given me the job of detonating.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
I will connect the wires now.
It's very different now, isn't it? We were laughing and joking around, but the atmosphere's changed, isn't it?
It has. It's changed for me too. Yeah, it's very nerve-wracking, this part. You never know how it's going to go, really. And if it goes well, it could keep us going for 2 months down in the work shed. Right, it's ready to wind up now. Yeah, so that goes like that. There we go. Press the button. It worked anyways.
The plugs practically blew out. Oh,
Yeah.
You really felt it, didn't you?
Good.
Bloody hell.
While we wait for the dust to settle, we head down to the workshop, where the raw slate is transformed into saleable products by Joe's team of skilled craftsmen.
Right, this is the raw clog. It's come down. It's been into the sawmill, and now the hard work begins. Now it's got to be turned into pounds, really. And hopefully, if the rock plays good with us, it can make it into the low mech floor tiles. But we'll see. You take it away, Paul. Have a go. You can hear it, can't you?
Yeah, oh, there, it's gone, yeah.
That's beautiful, yeah.
So that's a good piece.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah. Now you'll half it again, so you get your 4 now.
It's not just flooring. Honister also produce roof tiles, high-end kitchen worktops, and even headstones and memorial plaques.
What's your output a year? How many roof tiles do you make?
Yeah, roughly. We put about 100 tonne out, and there'll be 500 in a tonne. So roughly, you do the maths. I'm no good at
500,
maths.
5,000, 50,000?
50,000, that's it, yeah. It's a skill. It's a fantastic
Can he do
skill.
anything with the little bits that he hacks off?
We do. We have stages all the way through where we make walling out of it, we make crazy paving. Then we put it on fill your boot, and people come and fill the boot with stuff. And then the last resort, it goes back up the mountain to get chipped into garden chipping. We waste nothing here. We're very hungry here. Yeah.
Now the dust has settled, we can go back underground and see whether my detonation has landed Joe a great new slab of slate.
You know that bit of rock that we put the crack in? Well, the lads started to shift it, and as you can see, it went ping and split straight away. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, that's the good news. The bad news is, you remember the massive piece of rock that I blew up with dynamite? Well, as you can probably see behind you, it's still there. It didn't move it at all. It created a bit of tumble down here, but it's just solid, except Joe isn't as bothered about it as I was, because can you see that there's a huge crack all the way down it, and he reckons it'll just take him a couple of hours with a digger to shift it and it'll be fine. It's easy to be cynical about the fact that half the money from this place comes from the coffee shop and the tourists. But the reality is that times are hard, and they're constantly being undercut by slate imports from China. The good news, though, is that they're still making things that people want, and they're turning a profit. There's been a slate mine here since Roman times. Let's hope it stays open for a long time to come.
Thousands of people follow the coast-to-coast path every year in search of adventure and an escape from modern life. For those in search of complete tranquility, I've heard there's a place which offers the perfect spot to get away from it all, and it really is in the middle of nowhere. At 7 miles from the nearest building, it's quite a trek, so I've cadged a lift in a Land Rover. Nestled at the far end of Ennerdale Valley, hidden among the fells, is England's most remote youth hostel, Black Sail Hut. It used to be a shepherd's bothy and became a youth hostel in 1933. For over 80 years, this tiny building has been a welcome sight for walkers as a place to rest overnight. Hostel worker Ian has the lowdown.
This has got to be one of the most remote spots on the whole coast-to-coast walk, isn't it?
Well, I think it probably is the most remote. I mean, you're 7 miles away from a road. You are incredibly isolated in terms of everything, pretty much.
This idyllic spot attracts over 2,500 overnight visitors per year, and the 16 beds run at 90% occupancy from March to October.
The actual reason why we stopped here is by pure fluke.
It is, yeah. So they just advertised the Black Sail as a sort of 3-day loop that you could do. So we thought we'd book in for 2 days, and we were very, very lucky to.
I was going to say, I thought there was about a 5-month waiting list or something.
Everyone who's walked in has been like, this is really historic, you should come here. How long have you been waiting to come here? And we're like, this is the first time we've ever been here, and we're just lucky to get in.
Yeah, no, we're really lucky, and we'll come back, definitely, again and again, for sure.
That's really nice.
Staying here is a real off-grid experience. With no mains water or electricity, it relies on a nearby stream and solar panels to run the showers and fridges. There are no power sockets for guests, so I won't be charging my phone here.
How do they get all the stuff up here?
So all the supplies and bedding, food, drink, gas, everything is delivered to Ennerdale, and then the Land Rover, we transport it up the track. We try to keep it to 2 journeys a week. So basically, it kind of, you know, the Land Rover is the lifeline for the hostel, really.
What's it like working here?
Amazing, scary, beautiful, lonely, desolate. You know, but if this is where you want to be, if you're a fell runner or a climber or a cyclist or anything, then you can stay here and be happy. You know, it takes a certain kind of person to work at Black Sail. I'd very rarely leave if the choice was mine. It's great.
You trudge up that dirt pathway for about 7 miles, and then bang, you come to this huge, great bowl of mountains that seem completely impassable. It's like you've come to the end of the earth. And yet, here's this little bothy where they've got electricity, you can get a shower, food, beer. They even just gave me an ice-cold glass of Chardonnay. There's maybe isolation, but it's 21st century isolation.
Next time on my coast-to-coast adventure, I'll be taking to the water in the Lake District.
Lady of the Lake was 1877.
And she's still going today?
Yes, she's here.
Finding out about the harsh realities of farming the fells of Borrowdale.
25 pence for a whole fleece.
And hoping to see a rare British beauty in a secluded woodland.
Because you see so few, you feel that's very special.